Woo! Let's celebrate! The debt ceiling has been raised and America is saved. Not. Why is it not saved? Why is the debt ceiling such a big deal, you might ask? Well, it is how much people can borrow from different governments, different countries around the world. And not just people, but the United States of America. The United States of America has a $4.5 trillion debt to other nations. Some of it to China, some of it to Japan, some of it to the UK, and some of it to other random countries like Saudi Arabia. Now, you may ask, well, since it's already been passed and everything else like that, everything is good, right? Well, that's the thing. Everything is not good. If you've been following politics close enough and you have enough knowledge in politics, you will know that this plan has probably been the stupidest opinion that we ever have. Even if you don't follow politics that much. See, the thing is that they're cutting a percentage from Social Security, Medicare, and a bunch of other programs that help ensure the old, the sick, and the poor. What exactly is wrong with this, you may ask? Oh, well, since you're old, you can work longer, can't you? The Social Security is shrinking by the hour, shrinking by the minute. Well, no, it's not. It's not shrinking by the minute or the hour or anything else like that. Yes, it's getting smaller and smaller only because people are living longer. But exactly what could we do to constitute a better program than maybe Social Security? Maybe if we had, destroyed Social Security, right? But replace Social Security with a universal health care plan. Now you may say that's socialism, but so is Social Security. It's just socialism 1.0. It's not as, shall I say, not as helpful. Now, you may say, well, if you can afford healthcare, then you deserve healthcare. Healthcare is not supposed to be capitalized. You see these companies like Pfizer and all these other drug companies peddling their drugs, and every single few months, you see these drug companies have to bring back 5,000 copies of their little pills that get rid of depression or something like that because it causes heart attacks. These people are high-end scientists and they work for these corporations, yet they can't even push a pill that will perhaps regulate the amount of chemicals that go back and forth in your head to make you not depressed, or make you not have heartburn, instead make you have explosive diarrhea. This is sad. Of course, a scientist would easily be able to do this, and they do it anyway, but it's the corporations that want to make the money, so they keep on making these pills, and they keep on sending it back, and then they keep on peddling it out again, because they make more money that way. Heck, if healthcare, and not just affordable healthcare insurance, maybe even the pharmaceutical companies, maybe if they were governed by the government, which had no profit incentive, we wouldn't have all these problems, wouldn't we? Yes, it's socialism. Oh no. But seriously, socialism's not bad. Socialism is for the welfare of humankind. No, of course, capitalism has its ups, too. Capitalism gives people a profit incentive and everything else like that. But look what it's done here. It's turned into full-blown corporatism, where the big companies give you the jobs and you can't even get a job yourself. You can try to start a small business, but where's that going to get you? Absolutely nowhere. The Target's going to run in and they're going to take your business and they're going to take your people from you in order to gain them back. You would have to lower your prices to the point where you're actually losing money by paying by paying for products that people will buy from you that you won't even gain money, and you'll actually be in the red because you're buying these products at such a low price, lower than Target. That's why people having small corporations and small businesses and everything die because of these huge corporations like Target and Walmart. Another thing that capitalism has gone to is not only catering to the bigger corporations, destroying the smaller corporations, but they pull the strings from our government. Everybody works for the government. That's why you don't see anybody really liking Obama, because Obama was sold out by so many big corporations. I voted for Obama, yet I didn't see through his scheme just to get in office. Hope and change. One day or another, you'll figure out that mostly or all politicians are liars because they're all blinded by the corporate insight and corporate profit that they can make in order to become president. See, presidents don't really make as much as a CEO of a company. Presidents make around maybe 100 or $200,000 a year, possibly. It's a big job for a president of the United States, but $200,000 isn't that much to be leader of the free world. That's why people get in with more and more money from different corporations, and therefore they can easily just do whatever these corporations want. So, what do we need to do instead to fix this problem that we have now? Well, the first thing is that people from the Tea Party say they don't like taxes. A lot of people don't like taxes. First of all, is taking away their hard-earned cash. And second of all, it's boring. The thing that we can do is we can just eliminate the graduated tax for anyone who makes underneath $200,000 a year, and that's as an individual. And there are hardly anyone that makes over that amount or just about that amount as an individual in the first place. And then raise the sales tax. Except don't make it for the state, make it for the government. Sure, things will be just a little bit higher, but a 1% sales tax on every single dollar, on every single product and service, you won't even barely notice it. No taxes to hand in every single year except for those who make more than $200,000 a year and just about that same amount as an individual. They'll pay our taxes. Everybody underneath doesn't pay any taxes, and we will see that gradual exchange of cents to dollars to hundreds to thousands to millions to billions to trillions, all going towards the government, and then they'll have their money. Another thing that we need to do is we need to separate the banks that want to make money off of investments and the banks that are commercialized banks. That would be reinstating the Glass-Steagall Act. And one last thing is to stop the corporations from shipping our jobs overseas and start making them happen over here, making more jobs over here, exporting more goods, creating taxes to tax the import of goods. So anybody who imports their goods over here will have to pay the tax that goes over here, thus making more revenue for the United States of America. And finally, making it so that we have more of a stranglehold upon those corporations that have such strong power. Make sure they have their taxes filled out, raise their taxes to about 35%, make sure that they can't have their headquarters in any other country, and if they do, make sure that the United States of America does have a possibility to tax them the same amount as the ones that are in the United States, and give the smaller businesses a break on their taxes and make their taxes much lower so everyone has a shot. Socialize healthcare and get rid of any other system that is demonized by the corporatist market that we have now.